Hi, I'm Lynette and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on this look right here using my Coloured Raine eyeshadow singles. Now every time I come in here to film a tutorial, most of the time I don't know what look I'm planning to do. Sometimes I know the color I want to use, or the palette I want to use. Most of the times I don't. So then I get to swatching. And today, actually the last time I started swatching, I swatched some of my Coloured Raine singles, and that's what made me decide today that I really wanted to go in here and use some of them. These are all the singles that I have from Coloured Raine. I think this is the majority of their collection. I think after I got this some years ago, they released new shadows that I didn't pick up, but this is what I have thus far. And in swatching these again after not doing so for so long and for not using them for a really long time, I was just blown away with the smoothness of these and the metallicness of these shimmer metallic shades. I mean, they are absolutely stunning. I was gonna say gorgeous, but they're stunning. Like look at that right there. And this is what, I mean, this is just some of the shades. I mean, look at that. They go on so smooth and they're so pigmented and just absolutely gorgeous. And I haven't used them in a really long time. And now that I've swatched them again, I'm like, why? Why haven't you used them? They're so beautiful. So today, that's exactly what I decided to do. And then Coloured Raine, I have these. I think these are the only matte shades in my single palette. This palette is also from Coloured Raine. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if they sell this palette anymore, but and it comes with a mirror. And these are the matte shades that I have from them, just these 4. And these are really great neutral and crease shades for women of color. You know, Coloured Raine is owned by a black woman. And so when I first got these eyeshadows, these are the colors right here. These 3 I would use in a lot of my different looks with other shadows because they work so well as grounding or base shades for my eyeshadow look. So I got to play in these again. And as you can see, so I did use these 2 shades right here, Gingerbread and this darker chocolate one, which I don't recall the name of right now. And then I used these 2 green shades. One is this is Bay Breeze. This is a really bright lime green. And then this one is a side of olives, which is more of an olive green. And I didn't know which one I wanted to use, so I decided to use them both. And so I have the olive one right here in the middle of the mobile eyelid, and then I have the bright green one in the inner corners. And when using these 2 shades together, I didn't think they necessarily would mesh well together because one is so bright and the other one is not. But I actually think it works out. And because these shades are different, but they kind of just flow into one. And I think when you have shadows like that, shimmer metallic shadows like that, where they are similar but not exactly, and you put them together, they can provide sort of a duochrome look on the eye for the untrained person who, you know, is not as familiar with makeup as we are. They might not know I use 2 different color eyeshadows, or, you know, I don't know, just the way that they shift from the light green to the olive, it kind of adds a duochrome-ness to it, sort of, kind of. Maybe I'm way out of the ballpark on this one, I don't know, but I do like the way it turned out. And so let me know if you would like to see me swatch my Coloured Raine eyeshadow single collection. And I can do that for you. Their shadows are really beautiful. The mattes are pigmented and blend nicely, as you can see. The metallics, I use these metallics today dry. I did not wet them. I used my Sonia Kashuk natural hair builder pro brush, and I used it dry and magnificent. The shimmer, magnificent. So wet or dry, you can use these and get a lot of punch from them. And their shadows, as I said, I haven't bought them in a long time, but they're anywhere, I think, like $7, $7 to $8 for each. So they're in the mid-range. They're not like the ColourPop price range, but they're not like an ABH or a MAC eyeshadow price range either. So they're sort of in the middle, maybe a little on the higher end of the spectrum, but not so high. So really, really, really nice. Yeah, so let me know if you'd like to see swatches of my single Coloured Raine eyeshadow collection. If, though, you would like to see how I created this look today using these singles, then keep on watching. Starting off with the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion, and I'm just going to blend that in all over the lid with my finger. And now I'm going to take the eyeshadow in the shade Gingerbread, and using a Sonia G Classic Crease Brush, I'm going to place that all along my crease, high above the crease as well. And this is just going to warm things up a little bit, get us started with a transition shade, and any other colors I put in the crease will just blend into this shade. Now I'm going to take the shade Chocolit, and what an appropriate name for this eyeshadow, because that's exactly what it is. It's this nice, rich, deep, dark chocolate shade, and it's a matte shade, just like the one I put above the crease. And this one I'm going to put in the concentrated in the outer V area using my mini booster, also from Sonia G. And then I'm going to bring it up into the crease and across, and blend it into that first crease shade that I placed down. And this is going to give the eye look some definition, because I'll be going in with some lighter metallic shades in the crease and on the lid. So this will help define the eye. Now I'm taking Side of Olives on a Sonia G Builder Pro brush, and this is a shimmer metallic shade. I'm using it dry, and it's really pretty. I usually wet my shadows, but when I first got my Coloured Raine singles, it was early in my eyeshadow makeup application journey, and so I did create hard pan on a couple of shadows, wetting my brush first and then dipping it into the eyeshadow. So this one I wanted to start off dry to see how it looked, how it performed before I went in with a damp brush. Now I pick up the shadow first on the brush and then I spray the brush to avoid any hard pan problems. And as you can see, this eyeshadow is absolutely beautiful without having to wet the brush. Now I'm taking Bay Breeze. I'm also using this shadow dry, and it is beautiful as well. Very bright and vibrant. And as I said, I wasn't sure these two were going to blend in necessarily really well or work together really well, that I might have to put maybe an eyeshadow in between the two, because this one is so bright and the olive shade is not. But as you can see, they blended in really beautifully together and sort of created, like I said, a duochrome look, because that really bright lime green Bay Breeze shade blended in so effortlessly and nicely into the olive shade. And now I'm just going back in with Chocolate and just touching that up on the outer V area and in the crease, because again, I want to make sure I have some definition for this look. And then I'm going to take that very first shade Gingerbread and just touch that up and blend out the edges of that chocolate shade, because as always, we want to make sure all these shadows blend seamlessly together. And then I took the NYX eyeshadow single in the shade Blame It On Midnight, and I used that as sort of like to brighten a little bit under my eyebrow and to also blend around the edges of the Gingerbread shade. And now I'm just cleaning up the minimal fallout that I had, even though those shadows were used dry. And now I'm taking the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil in the shade Freak. This is my absolute favorite eyeliner pencil. I'm placing that in the waterline. It is this beautiful, bright yellow green, lime green shade, and I just love it. And I like how creamy it is and how easy it is to apply. And now I'm just taking Gingerbread on a Makeup Geek pencil brush, and I'm going to blend that onto my lower lash line. I kind of feel like maybe I should use a different brush for this. I use it in every tutorial, and I felt bad when someone asked me about it, and it's no longer available. And I'm just going to bring that about 3/4 of the way across my lower lash line. And now I'm taking that olive metallic shade, Side of Olives, and I'm going to connect it to that chocolate shade and make sure I blend it in with that chocolate. I'm sure I went back with the chocolate and also did a little blending as well, because again, you want these shadows to blend seamlessly together also. And now I'm just taking that Bay Breeze and that Makeup Geek pencil brush, and that's going to be my inner corner highlight, which gives a nice brightening effect to the eye. And I used a brown liner to line the eyelid just as close to my eyelashes as possible, and then just lash primer and mascara. And this is the finished look. If you liked this video, then please give it a like and consider subscribing, because I do eyeshadow tutorials along with makeup hauls, swatches, and reviews here on my channel every Saturday. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.